Welcome back, everybody, to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be taking a look at Havre Inland Port. This is an iOS app that is another Uwe Rosenberg game that is very true to the physical board game in app form. But this is essentially similar to Cave versus Cave, or he does this with a lot of his games, but this is him taking one of his classic games and making it a two-player only game. And some of the mechanics are there from Le Havre, but a lot of the game is very different. And this one, I actually enjoy more than Le Havre and is very reasonably priced on the App Store. So let's go ahead and take a look here at how to play. So we're just going to do a local game. We'll play against medium AI. All right, so Le Havre Inland Port basically has a lot of the same mechanics of you building buildings, needing to spend resources, or some buildings just cost coins. So you can see here along the bottom are the building options that I have for round one. Hardware store through the wood company. And in the peaks of the buildings, it's telling me what resources I need to spend in order to build that building. So the clay mound and the farmland, actually, I have to just spend coins. Whereas the wood company, I just spend 2 clay, or the hardware store, I spend 1 wood and 2 clay. Now, your resources are tracked over here in the lower left corner. You can see I have 2 wood, 1 wheat, 4 fish, and 3 clay. These are these little numbers in the colored boxes in the very lower left. I also have this checkerboard looking graph in the left, which is a kind of shrunken down way to track it in the app form, but if I click on it, it's going to give it to me in big form. So if you were playing the physical game, this is what you would always be looking at. But you can see here that this is probably the most confusing part of the game, is understanding how your resources move around this track. So as I gain resources, the little pictures here representing the straw, wood, clay, and fish will either move, to the right, or sometimes they will move diagonally to the right, or straight up, or diagonally to the left. You can see that if I am able to move my fish stores up 2, I'll go from 7 to 10. Whereas if I just move it to the right 2, it's only going to go from 5 to 6. So very different jumps. Then in the upper right corner, you can see how I spend them. The 4 pictures on the right are just so if you have the option of how to, like if you have to spend 4 food, you could spend either fish or wheat, and you can choose them there. But then you're going to choose how does your little picture go back down the graph towards 0. Do you spend it just moving it straight to the left 1 at a time? Do you jump straight down 3 at a time, or do you move diagonally? If you ever happen to be tucked up against the far left side of this structure, you cannot use the 1 to the left or the 4 diagonally. So you're going to have to spend your resources in chunks of 3. So if you only have to spend, say, 5 resources, you're going to have to spend 6 because you can only spend in chunks of 3. Also, your resources will just move to the right and be stuck to the right. So if you go to 10, you're not going to circle back around to 11 or even 3. You're just going to be stuck over here in the lower right corner on 10. So how you gain those resources are by, first of all, we have to build or purchase some of these buildings, me and my opponent here. Then these buildings are going to sit in these columns, 0, 2, 3, 4, and 4 plus. In each night phase, everything is going to push over 1 column to the right. When you activate a building, say for example the hardware store is in the 3 column, I either get to choose, because of the slash, the brown arrow is for wood and the red arrow is for clay. I can either choose, do I want to push my wood resource to the right 3 because it was in column 3, or do I want to push my clay resource to the right in column 3? If we look at some of the future buildings here, you can see sometimes your resources push diagonally up to the left, or the marketplace here, you can push any resource. The church square and the building firm are going to give you both resources. You don't have to choose. Mason's Guild allows you to choose any, so if you say the Mason's Guild is in the 2 spot, when you activate it, you can choose 2 resources, push each one of them up to the left 1 spot. But if it's in the 4, you can move all 4 resources. Guildhall, that's the same way, but pushing to the right. And as you can see, I'll explain these better as they go along, but there are different ways to manipulate your resources on this kind of funky graph, as I'm going to call it. I know that's the proper name, so we're just going to stop at that. So what do we want to purchase first here? Really, the biggest difference between me purchasing something and the AI opponent purchasing something is that when you activate an opponent's building, you have to pay him a coin. Other than that, it really doesn't matter. But you gain the victory points for whatever buildings you are able to purchase, especially at the end of the game. So I'm going to start off by purchasing or building the hardware store. So you can see I drag it over here to the construction symbol, and now I have to pay the 2 clay and 1 wood. So I'm only along the bottom. That's the only direction I can move. So I'm going to move my clay, see the blinking green arrows, over once, over twice, and now my wood, blinking green arrows, over once. All right, that's it. That's now my building. You can see it's got a little red 1 in its peak there, and its eaves. That's just, that tells me if I activate the farmland, I'm going to have a coin to spend to pay the person. So nothing can be activated right now. There's no way for me to gain resources, no way for her to gain resources. She could still, though, purchase both of these buildings, but me doing something here is going to activate the night phase. So you can see the symbol here is a little bit different. This means we're going into night phase. All the buildings are going to push to the right column, and now my opponent here is going to be the start player. Start player actually gets more actions each round than the second player. So we're just going to keep going back and forth along this line here. Don't really like the farm. Do I want to purchase the kiln? I really would love for these buildings to make it 1 more before I activate them. So yeah, let's go ahead and purchase the kiln. Why not? Boom, boom. I'm basically out of resources now at this point, but I'm out of turns too. So everything's going to push over moving into this next day phase, and I should get to be first player. So the question is, now you can see the farmland and the grocery store and the smokehouse, which are all owned by my opponent, are grayed out because I don't have a coin to spend to give them. So what do we want to do here? I definitely could use some money at some point. Let's go ahead and use up the clay mound before they use it. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3 because it was in the 3 spot, and then an extra 1 because that little cube there. All right, they're purchasing the bakehouse. Do I go ahead and use the kiln? See, the kiln in a 2 spot, I'll go from 4 to 6 and then 6 to 8. So I'd actually gain 4, even though it's in the 2. Go away. I don't want to use the hardware store right now because I would like to get a lot more wood production. Hopefully my opponent does not spend it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and use the kiln since I can't afford anything else, and we'll let everything push. This game also goes quite fast, especially in app form, because the computer automates all of this tracking and moving the little chits around for you, which is nice. Okay, so the marketplace is a great one to have because you can choose whatever resource you want, but I don't have 6 food. I have 5 total between my fish and my grain, but I could not even purchase the smokehouse right now, or use the smokehouse, nor the grocery store. So I guess let's just use this before they use it. We're going to use it on wood. So I chose wood at the top right corner. And let's see what they do. See, they purchased the marketplace from me. Okay. So I need a way to earn money. I could also purchase the farmland, use the farmland to activate. I think that's the best bet, and that's going to get me some money. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Right now I'm losing 38 to 40. You can see that number underneath our pictures. I'm in the upper left. The AI is in the upper right. All right, so the fish market is a way for me to earn money. So is the restaurant. All right, so they used one of my buildings, so I got one money from somewhere. So I could use the smokehouse right now, which might not be that bad. So I think I am going to use the smokehouse, give them their money back, and push that all the way up to 12. Okay. I don't have 3 wood to build the fish market. I could build the sawmill, and I'd have the sawmill in the kiln. That wouldn't be that bad, but I'd have to way overspend to do that. So I think what I'm going to do first is use my clay mound here. Now I can buy the sawmill without having to overspend. She's starting to run away with this here, but this will help me catch up. Boop. Okay, day night face. Everything's going to push. If now you see her grocery store is all the way in the 4+ column, if she or I choose not to use it, it's actually going to go back to the market. I can't remember if it gets auto sold or not, but she went ahead and used it. So if I'd had the money to use it, I would have. All right, the building firm and the church square. If I build the church square, I'm overspending. If I use the farm right now, it's only going to go up 2, so I'm just going to get 1, 2, 3, 9. But that wouldn't be that bad. So let's use the farm, see if the church square is going to last long enough. I'd love to have the church square and the building farm. So she can't buy the building farm yet, so I'm safe in purchasing this because she doesn't have 2 wood. Yeah, I want to spend it this way. Boop, boop. So I should have split it up. Spent like 4 fish and 4. Oh well. I do like the Masons Guild too, but I can't purchase the Masons Guild, but I can purchase the building firm. So let's go ahead and do that too. These are 2 great buildings because it does them both. Boom and boom, boom. All right. Done a lot of purchasing lately to catch back up. I'm in the lead now, 84 to 71, but I'm very low on resources except for fish, which I could purchase the fish. That would give me a secure way to make money. But I would definitely have to overspend because I would have to spend all 12 just to get at least 10. I don't want to do that. So let me activate my I really don't want to activate the kiln right now. Let's do the clay mount first, and then we can activate the kiln. That way we don't lose it. I'm not ready to let it sell back. That's also going to give me a coin because it's in the 4+ column. All right, now we'll use the kiln. Now I got clay for days, but I have no wood. Oh, there's another coin for me. Thank you. So I could activate the marketplace and get wood out of it. It would cost me 1 coin to them, but I feel like I'm pretty sure they're going to steal this if I don't use it. So there's my coin, and I will choose wood, 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 wood. Yeah, I wanted it all for wood. All right, everything pushes. I can use the sawmill now. She gets to start. She's buying the fishing market. The shipping line is another great way to get money, and I could easily buy that right now. do I do it? Gosh. No, let's... Ugh. Can she buy it? 3 and 6? No. So I'm going to do some things here. Boom. I got to build my wood production up. Boom. All right, she still cannot buy the shipping line. So I'm going to go ahead and use the sawmill. Building on my resources. All right, now I can buy the shipping line. And I need to spend 6, boom, boom, and 3, boom. All right. Ooh, having the guild hall and the masons guilds together would be a good boon. And I could go ahead and purchase at least the masons guild. This one's worth more money, so yes, let's go ahead and purchase you. 3 and boom, boom. All right, feeling good. I'm feeling good. All right. What do we want to use here? The church square. Yeah. Let's wait, maybe, I don't, yeah. Yeah, let's wait on this. Wait on the farm. The farm is not as lucrative now. But I could still, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Maybe I will go ahead and use the farm. No, let's wait and see if it pushes one more. I'll get a coin for it if I wait. Okay, I really don't want the business office. I really don't want the pier. They bought the guild out from under me. That's okay. So, what do I want to use now? I could go ahead and use the farm. I'm not going to get the coin for it, but I would love for everything else to push over one more before I use it, so... yeah, we'll just go ahead and use the farm. Okay. Now I'm going to have to figure out something else to use. So, bakehouse, I think, would be the best bet. I have to pay them a coin to do it, but it's going to get my grain production up just right. Yeah, if I wait, I'm actually losing something. I wouldn't get my final thing, so I think that was a good use of that. 123 to 111. All right. All right, I want to use my building farm first. Okay. Yeah, we're done there. And now I will use my kiln. Yeah, we got lots of good resources now. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the fish factory before they steal it. All right, yeah, boom, boom, and boom. Yeah, see, they're very low on resources here. Whereas I can snatch this up, town hall. Oh, I'm going to have to overspend here. I didn't pay attention to that. And boom. Boom. That's basically just getting me 26 points at the end of the game. Oh, how did she get ahead of me? I I have not been paying attention. All right. The Point de Normandy is now the name of the game, also the grain silo. So it's a race to 30 coins. I am going to go ahead and use the shipping line before she does. Get me 12 of those coins. And also, I don't need the hardware store anymore, so I'm going to sell that for 6. I do still find the sawmill useful. I don't really need the clay mound anymore because I can just use the building firm. It's only going to give me 3 coins, though. The farmland I do not need, so that's going to give me 6 coins. Ooh, I'm so close, but that's okay. I don't feel like I need to sell anything else, so I'm just going to end my turn. All right, I would like the grain silo. The smokehouse would also be very lucrative here, and then I could just buy the zoo. I just spent some money. I'm trying to get to 30. How can I... Nothing here is going to give me any money. So what do I need to sell? Sell the kiln. I'm at 28. Don't want to use the sawmill yet. I don't want to really use their guild hall yet. I don't really need my church square actually anymore. So yeah, let's sell this. Boom. There we go. Now I can purchase this. And that's a big boon there. 50 victory points at the end of the game. All right. Now I need to get my wood production up. So let's use their... I've got some extra money to spend. So I can do this 3 times. Total of 3 times. 6. Yeah. I need to spend 6 fish. I'm going to do fish. There we go. And yeah, I don't need to sell the clay mound right now. All right, I want the grain silo because I'm hopefully not going to need my wheat production at all. Oh no, I'm way overspending on brick. I did not pay attention to that. That's all right. Okay. Final round. Here we go. 194 to 193. This is a very close game. Brick factory is not going to really do any good. The zoo. I'm at 16, so I could just purchase up the zoo. Yeah, let's just do that and spend all our fish. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Okay, that pushes us in the lead. Let's use our building firm here. Okay. Yeah. They're using the farmland. Man, this is such a close game. I'm going to use my sawmill now. And I think I'm going to... Wait, yeah, the wood factory is still available. Yep. I think this... I don't know. Is this going to put me over the edge? Yes. I think I just... No, she gets one more turn. No! She just squeaked past me. That was a good game. That was close. I made a poor decision here and there down the line here. You can see basically the AI is just going through the motions of selling off your buildings for full price. The coinage here eventually should equal our scores at the top. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have lost 215 to 226. I was on medium, so I feel like that was a great game. That's usually where I play, is medium, and I win probably 50% of the time. Probably could have made some smarter decisions there in selling off my stuff. I oversold there in the middle. Didn't use her buildings to the best of my ability. Boom, there's the big 50. That was another big one. And the wood one, boom. Yep. And so there you go. She got me. She was victorious at 226 to my 215. I have no idea what the AI is doing at this point in the background. It's like going through this whole process again. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Le Havre Inland Port, the 2-player only version of Le Havre in app form on iOS. Very reasonably priced, great, works really well, very true to the board game. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave that in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.